Hi, fellow traders. And it's been about a week since I made a video. Hadn't really done much. Had have a surgery this week, so that took me out 2 days, and had to take my son to basketball camp the first part of the week, and that kept me out of the open. So, not really a banner week. Didn't expect it to be with everything that I was gonna have to deal with this week, but I expected a little bit more than what I did get. Honestly. But I had one trade today, and that was on WBA. Nothing really set up out the open watch list. It was the price action was just terrible, for the tickers that I was watching. So didn't really touch them. So I just waited. WBA hit the reversal scan, and this had everything that I looked for. We had the parabolic move up into resistance. Had the ascending volume. The volume was building up, which, I'm looking for all these buyers to get taken out. And then, a sell off once it hits this resistance, it runs into more sellers. Then we have buyers because all the buyers were taken out on the way up and looking for, a decent pullback. But that didn't happen. But everything was in place. The RSI was right at 90, which was, way in the overbought condition. Everything was in place that I like to see in place for a reversal. It was a textbook setup. But then it was just one of these, 30% that doesn't work for one reason or another. It has other plans. I mean, even the market, the SPY was trading below the VWAP, and it was selling a little bit. And everything looked right for this trade. It did test this level here, and I got in right here, half size, because I expected to retest. A lot of times when it does this, and then this opens below this level, and it opened down here about 20 cents away from that level. Whenever it does that, it's a high probability that it is going to retest. Now it can sell off, which is why I took half, because if it did sell off back down to VWAP, I wanted to have at least half a position on so I could take profit. So, and my goal was that once this retests, and if it failed, add the second half of my position on. Well, this opening it washed, it did sell off to around 80-60, but I was looking for, the bigger move. If it was going to sell, I was looking for it all the way back down to VWAP. And then it dipped down and it got bought right back up. And so I said, okay, here's the test. Well, this candle closed below this level again, but then this candle opened and started pushing up. And I wasn't going to take it off. My stop is usually a close above this level, meaning once it loses this level, it's done. So it opened and it ran up, it pulled back, and then it went up again. It pulled back, went up again, and then about a minute, it was about a minute left on this candle. I saw a lot of buyers coming in. And when that happens, and it wasn't just one big buyer, because a lot of times if you just have one big buyer, you'll get a spike up and then a sell off. But this was multiple buyers on, multiple market makers, coming in. So I knew this thing was about to pop, and that's why I got out, about a minute early. So I got out here at 81.20, I stopped out. 80.50 or 81.50 was my line in the sand. That was my max loss line. But it didn't make sense for me waiting for this to close when I knew what was going to happen based on what I saw in the price action. Now, price action trumps everything. If I see something in the price action that I know is going to drive this stock up, then it only makes sense for me to get out, especially if it's over the level that the technical level that I base my trade off of. And that's what happened here. So I went ahead and took it off. Um, and that was it. Really didn't find any more reversals that really set up as nice as this and that had any decent volume. But this is what's happening to the market. Last year, this is the same thing happened to me June 1st. It was like I hit a brick wall. Nothing was working. I had to adapt my strategies. I had to, reduce my volume requirements and kind of tweak everything so that I could still trade and find these setups. This week, I guess, was the transitioning week in the summer. I don't know how else to put it, but then I wasn't here or really locked in the market all week, so the only day was today that I got a feel for it. But this was a nice strong move up, and it would have been good if I flipped this long because this was 2 points from where I got out that this thing pushed up. It had a nice, solid move up. Not a whole lot of swings, but it's something that I have to adapt to. I'm going to look at some things this weekend and, try to get my mindset back to looking long first because I am a long bias trader. And if the market stays as strong as it is, there are going to be more long opportunities than short opportunities right now. So, I need to kind of refocus on that. But that was my day. My week looks terrible. Um, Monday I got almost 300 bucks, but my daily goal is 350. I don't really keep it in the back of my mind, that I need to hit 350 every day. Because when you do that, when you have that daily goal in mind and you just have to hit it every day, it works with your psyche. And it'll make you take trades you don't want to take or that you don't need to take. You'll start seeing things that aren't there and convincing yourself to take trades that you shouldn't be taking. So, I know $350 a day is what I need to pay the bills, so to speak. So I know that if at the end of this month, when I go through and look at everything, and I don't have a $350 a day average, then I'm going to need to go back and try to figure out what's going on and what I need to tweak in order to make sure I get that. I don't want to dwell on it every day. So I really look at it on a monthly basis. And I take that monthly figure, then I figure out, you know, what I'm averaging per day. Up until May, the end of May, I was averaging about $1,200 to $1,300 a day. And now I'm not even averaging $300 a day. And that's just summer. And I'm going to have to adapt and I'm going to have to look at different stocks. I have a plan. It's the same plan that I did last year. And, so I'm not really concerned about it. These were the 2 days I missed because I was out. Not trading the open these 2 days really hurt because these were two reversal trades. This was a reversal trade because there was nothing setting up. But I did end the week green, so that's good. Even though it's only $179, I can keep my green week streak. I haven't had a negative week all year. I've had a couple negative days. I usually average 3 or 4 of those a month, but you know, thankful that I haven't had a red week yet, and really don't expect to have one. Um, But I'm not really worried because let me see, I can show you my profit chart here. This is my these are my stats from the 1st of January to the end of May. Um, and my total net profits was 95. I did hit 100 grand the first 5 months, as far as gross profit, but my total net was 95. My long trades, were 43. Short trades were 52. So short, I had more shorts. I was more short biased. Um, as far as losses, I had more losses in shorts than I did in longs, but it's pretty much even. 37 in long trades, 38 in short. So that's about a 50-50 split, even though I've had more long trades more short than long. Percent profitable, 81%, almost 82% on short trades, and that's phenomenal. But I think it's because I'm more cautious on shorts. I'm always waiting, and I don't. Only recently have I been shorting into resistance a little bit early. I've always waited for it to fail the resistance push and then take it short, which would not give me an ideal entry, but it would give me a safe entry. But lately, I haven't been doing that. So probably starting, in June and through the summer, that short trade percentage is probably going to drop significantly. Long trades is 70%. That's about where I'm at. You know, the setup that I trade is day in and day out, over an extent, over a period of time is going to be 70% profitable. 7 out of 10 trades are going to be profitable. Some more so than others. And also, it's because I take profit at strategic points. I'm not holding and waiting for a long home run move. I am taking profit at strategic points. And there's a lot of times I'll take a trade and take profit at that strategic point, and then my stop moves to break even. So if I get stopped out, I'm locked into my profits. So that helps keep my winning percentage up as well. It may be, you may call it, that I'm stacking it, but that's just the way I trade. Um, so it was pretty good. I had 139 trades altogether. 50 were long, 89 were short. And look at my losing trades. They're about even. Even though I took almost 40 more short trades, my losing trades, I've got one less losing trade short. So I need to take that. If I took that same mentality, but then I think it's easier to short if I wait for, a level to fail, a level of resistance to fail. I think it's easy to short. It's almost a no-brainer. I think it's easier for a stock to go down than up. So, I think that's where that comes into play. I am happy with my average losing trades. That's well below my max loss. My max loss is 300. So I did hit that on my long trade, but I had two short trades at the end of May that I lost over 600 bucks on. And that was when I had got on this medicine and I didn't realize that it was dropping my blood sugar down so much that it was causing me to, be incoherent and not really understand what I was doing. Because on both of these trades, I just kept averaging up. And I just maxed out my account averaging up. And that is just stupid because it could have popped on me and wiped me out. But, I'm glad that I was able to realize that and, able to just take some days off trading, while I let my body get acclimated to this medicine. But I think I'm through all my medical stuff now, so I should be back on track. But, I'm happy with everything that has gone on, even though I am behind a little bit, but, that's life. Next week I will be starting. I do have that platform set up to where I can record my trades, and I will be recording them, using that on the SureTrader account that I just opened. Um, so I don't know how trading out of two accounts is gonna work, but my focus is gonna be on growing the small accounts. So I can get some trades captured and kind of help you see the strategies and kind of point out some of the areas that you may run into and how you can kind of get through those. So I'm really excited about doing that. Um, so that's coming next week, and hopefully I can find some good trades there. I'll be looking for the stocks between say $5 and $25 at first. As the account grows, then it'll be up to $30 stocks, and then 35, and then 40, because the higher dollar stocks are going to be easier to trade and less emotional. It's going to bring less emotion into it. These small cap stocks that move real fast, to get volatile, they can shake you up pretty bad. That's probably why I don't trade them as much, but I will have to trade a few in order to help this account grow. And you'll see, how days if there's no setups, you just can't trade, because if you make, a couple $100 over a couple of days and then you turn around and lose it in one day, you're not getting anywhere. Because you were taking trades when the setup wasn't really clear, but because you made money for 2 days, you want to keep the momentum going. There are going to be days where you just don't trade at all. Last summer I went back and looked, there were 2 or 3, I could not trade for 2 or 3 days and still on those 2 days I traded make a killing, because I waited for the market to come to me, and that's what you have to do. You can't go chasing the market. You can adapt your strategies, but you still need to let the market come to you. All right, so that's it for me today. I think I talked enough for a Friday. I'm going to go out and enjoy the weekend. We're not supposed to have any rain this weekend, so that's a good thing. So you know what that means. I'll be headed to the coast, ready to go sail. So everybody have a great weekend, and I'll see you bright and early Monday in chat.